Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 26th of July. So what we got in store today then? Well, not a lot really. It's advanced GDP actually. That's probably the most exciting thing at 1:30 this afternoon for the US. Aside of that, we got to just sort of mulch on what was left of yesterday's decisions or lack of decisions, I think is the term. We'll talk about it some more. I think is not really good enough when they said that last time. The ECB, they're obviously not too good at deciding what they're going to do. So what's the market done? It's undecided. It's about the same really. It sums it all up. And what for then today? Well, it's double bottomed. I did wonder whether we'd get a buy on the news sort of situation, but the news wasn't really anything anyway. It did sell off initially, but bounced, then danced all over the place, and shown by this final candle, the 60-minute, sums it up nicely. Where to today? It's consolidating where it is at the moment. Technically, it's still in a downward trend. It's got reversal signals sort of written all over it in some respects. On the bigger time frames, it's bounced off those lows, and it's anyone's guess almost. It's just a case of waiting for it to see if it shows a signal, and I would wait well after 8 o'clock. I wouldn't just try and do anything. It's just pipping on 8 o'clock as I'm talking now, and you just it's not doing anything anyway. I think people are just giving up on it. Okay, you're not going to do anything, we'll just leave it as it is, and they've gone. Probably the best thing to do with it at the moment, but it needs to show its hand. At this stage, it's my preference is still for the downside on the euro. I'm forever a bear on the euro, apart from when I'm bullish, of course, and maybe even a trend line break at some stage would give us an entry. But I'm waiting to see if I get any sort of signal to the downside. So that's the euro. Not much else to be said on that. The pound. The pound's been a bit of an awkward one, but yesterday it finally sold off. They're back again, and it's selling off this morning. In fact, it's selling off a lot stronger than the euro, and as I suppose as we wind down to the 31st of October, it might carry on doing this, which is not what everyone wants to hear, I know. Lower highs sitting in here at the moment. I'll just come back to that daily for a minute. Where could we be running to? We could get near-term support sitting there around about 24.17. Other than that, the next level of support is back into that S2 area at 23.86. So there's some potential support below, but that's also potential targets coming back to the 60-minute here. One thing that's missing this morning is the well, the pivot hasn't been touched. Are we going to get some reversals? It's signaling even an oversold sort of situation where it is near a sort of key double bottom. When I say a key double bottom, it's near the bottom from back on Tuesday there. So maybe we'll get a bounce off that. So I would rather be selling into something ideally, but it may be that I do trade along at some stage this morning, but I need to sit and wait to see how it sets first. That long really back, maybe I'll need to judge that a bit closer, but maybe back to that 60.21 sort of area. Okay, which in itself could be a short side. Dollar yen. Let's have a look then. So dollar yen softened up some more yesterday, pushing through its daily 50 this time. It looks like it's on course to go and push up and give a higher low through here. It's still one of my more favoured currencies in the longer term, for a bit more strength in it in some respects. Although it is a bit of a house of cards one. There's no backing strength. It's just the very fact that if anything goes wrong, money's going to run towards it. At the moment though, high lows, high highs through this sort of stage, and well, we may just get a bit more continuation, but it's pushed up quite a bit yesterday, and the continuation may be quite small from where it is. Maybe almost be worth waiting to see if it diverges or something here. in the shorter term here has got the untouched daily pivot. Maybe a breakdown would see that hit, but it's not very many pips away. It's not really much of a target. So overall, maybe leaving the yen alone. Whoops. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar continuing the sell side. It's not given anything. I was looking yesterday early morning before I had to pop out, and I was looking for a retrace, and it just floated along flat most of the morning. Late retrace back today may still give us opportunities. It's probably diverging on some time frames. There's some indicators at the moment. Let's have a look. There's a bit of divergence across, but it's flatlining here, and actually it's probably broken the divergence on the 60-minute on the Aussie now. But selling off pretty much there at the moment, and well, as I say, all I could do was possibly wait for a retrace to sell into that. Canadian dollar, which I'm apparently not entitled to all of a sudden. Let me do a refresh on this if I can. Where's my refresh button? It's over there. There we go. Yes, I am entitled to. Still heading up towards that monthly pivot I've been talking about. Looks like it may eventually get there at this rate. Really doesn't want to show me the data today. There we go. So choppy as anything through a lot of this week actually, and it's pretty much back into standard Canadian dollar price action. Really doesn't want to give me the data here for some reason. Come on, there we go. Yeah, it's not a lot from that. I mean, it may pull down to get its daily pivot at some stage, but really it's just consolidating, not too much there as well. So after Lord Mayor's show, not a great day looking today at the moment. Lots of waiting around yesterday for the European data, and really that's just kicked through these markets, messed them up a little bit. Maybe we'll see some continuation on this Canadian dollar to the upside. Not really overly keen on where it's from, but it may continue pushing up there. So all in all, only news to look forward to is the GDP today. I'm glad I'm going on holiday next week, so I will speak to you in just over a week's time. Have a great beginning of your summer holidays. Bye for now.